Vegan, because we cannot accept cruelty.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Programele noastre oferă multe limbi. Vă puteți uita pe suprememastertv.com/schedule.
This is a time of screening, almost like the final hour, 11th hour of humanity. The scientists keep telling us, and I've been sounding the alarm over these years and recently, but if humans do not change, then probably many will lose their lives, and not just that, but then the economy will collapse. Many things will happen before we can see the change.
Please keep watching to find out more.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Today's episode will be presented in English with subtitles in Arabic, Aulasese, also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, Czech, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, Telugu, and Thai. Bonjour means hello in French, the official language of Gabon. My name is Benjamin. Together with you, God-loving Gabon is praying every day for a vegan world. Located on the equator on the west coast of Central Africa, Gabon has an 800-kilometer Atlantic Ocean coastline and is neighbored by Equatorial Guinea, Republic of the Congo, and Cameroon. The nation is known for its dense rainforest that covers 3/4 of the country and is home to nearly 9,000 species of plants and animals. To preserve this incredible biodiversity, the Gabonese government designated 13 national parks. These provide much-needed habitats for the endangered chimpanzee and the critically endangered western lowland gorilla. Spanning 4 provinces in the country, the Lope-Okanda Park and its related archaeological sites have been inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Gabon has also pledged further measures to protect wildlife and has become an exemplary nation in the enforcement of anti-poaching laws. Moreover, a program called Green Gabon focuses on renewable energy development as well as sustainable practices that support both the rainforest and the nation's people. The ethnic origins of the Gabonese people are largely Bantu, with 40 different Bantu groups living in Gabon today. Festivities celebrated include religious holidays as well as those honoring artists such as the Festival of Cultures. This colorful celebration brings together Gabonese people and also welcomes the artistic input of foreign guests. We were delighted to have the opportunity to briefly introduce the natural beauty of Gabon to you, peaceful viewers. wishing you abundant blessings from heaven. For decades, Supreme Master Ching has illuminated our world with her divine teachings. A fully enlightened master, she imparts the Kuan Yin method of meditation to those desiring to immediately discover the God nature within, to achieve in one lifetime eternal liberation from the cycle of transmigration. The Kuan Yin method has been practiced by all enlightened masters, such as the worshipped world-honored one Shakyamuni Buddha, the worshipped Son of God Jesus Christ, the venerated master and philosopher Confucius, the venerated Lord Krishna, the venerated master and philosopher Lao Tzu, the venerated Lord Mahavira, the beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and many more. Supreme Master Ching Hai emphasizes that if we always remember God, render selfless service to others, and follow the laws of the universe, we will reach our highest potential as humans and truly understand our purpose on Earth. An extraordinary living example of compassion, she lovingly and regularly sends material and financial assistance to refugees, the homeless, natural disaster victims, and others needing relief. Supreme Master Ching Hai respectfully thank all special individuals, organizations, leaders, and governments for all your genuine, loving, ongoing support. May heaven bless you forevermore. We, the Supreme Master Ching Hai International Association members, are also sincerely grateful for your expressive kindness, wishing you the best. Supreme Master Ching Hai receives love and recognition from various organizations, media, governments, individuals, and many awards, such as the 2006 Guzi Peace Prize, considered the Nobel Peace Prize of the East, the World Spiritual Leadership Award in 1994, the Mahavir Award in 2008, February 22nd and October 25th, both proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day, an honorary citizen of the United States, etc., and has been honored throughout the years with numerous other awards and accolades for her outstanding philanthropic and humanitarian deeds. etc. We apologize for not being able to show many other awards and honors for lack of space and time. Supreme Master Ching respectfully thank all special individuals, organizations, leaders and governments for all your genuine, loving, ongoing support. May heaven bless you forevermore. We, the Supreme Master Ching International Association members, are also sincerely grateful for your expressive kindness, wishing you the best. A true voice for our beautiful animal friends, Supreme Master Ching promotes the peaceful, loving plant-based diet and envisions, with humanity's awakening to the sacredness of all life, a tranquil and glorious all-vegan world where animals and people live in respectful harmony. Her initiatives included alternative living flyer distribution, the International Vegan Restaurants, Loving Hut, vegan food companies, vegan fur products, Supreme Master Television, as well as writing and speaking to influential government and media leaders, participating in televised conferences on climate change, etc. Whether we're aware of it or not, her efforts have had an enormous influence on global awareness of the animal-friendly lifestyle and how this benevolent way can bring lasting peace among nations while saving our planet from climate change and disasters. Supreme Master Ching has traveled worldwide and held discourses with the public and her disciples on a variety of spiritual topics. Today, we are blessed to present a recent insightful phone conversation between Supreme Master Ching and a Supreme Master Television team member entitled Venganza Never Brings Peace, Part 1 of 5 on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on August 29th and 30th, 2021.
Master, there are some questions from the team. Would Master like to answer them?
Okay, I'm here already.
Okay, Master.
Tell me.
The first question is, Master, this year, besides the variant Lambda, another variant called B.1.621 also appeared in Colombia, and both variants seem to evade COVID-19 vaccines. For example, there were 7 victims in Belgium earlier this year. There is also a new virus that emerged in West Africa, the Marburg virus.
Yes.
And Ebola appeared in Côte d'Ivoire after it was eradicated for more than 20 years.
I know. I heard all that. Yes. What else?
Not to mention the avian flu outbreaks that we've seen in various countries this year, like Côte d'Ivoire, China, France, Ghana, India, etc. Master, how to explain this increase in deadly viruses? Will we see a day where the planet will be free of all of them?
Now let's pray and hope so. We do our best in praying and informing people. This is a time of screening, almost like the final hour, 11th hour of humanity. The scientists keep telling us, and I've been sounding the alarm over these years and recently, but if humans do not change, then probably many will lose their lives. And not just that, but then the economy will collapse. Many things will happen before we can see the change. And at that time, I don't know if we can start it all over again from ABC to rebuild the world. Just because right now, in many places, people like in the government where they're working or where their house is, Many of them are safe, so they did not think that tragedy might happen to them or in their area, like natural disasters and all that. But it might come anywhere, anytime.
Yes.
More and more frequently now. There's a warning sign all over the planet, but I don't know, humans are just so hard to change. It's so hard to understand, hard to talk to, even though it's all logic and reason to you and me.
Right.
It's a final battle between good and bad. And the negative tendency of humans is hard to eradicate, and they continue to live as business as usual.
The number of weather-related disasters has increased fivefold in the past 50 years. That's according to the World Meteorological Organization. On average, an event linked to weather, climate or water hazard has killed 115 people every day since 1970.
There are 11,000 such disasters over the last 50 years. 2 million people have lost their lives. The economic damage is growing hugely, 7 times more than it was in the 1970s. 3 of the biggest storms, they all occurred in 2017, just a few years ago, including Hurricane Harvey, Irma and Maria.
We are going to see more climatic extremes because of climate change, and this negative trend in climate will continue for the coming decades.
We hear some people saying, well, this is a once in a 100-year event. It is absolutely not. It is part of a pattern of emerging viruses. And there will be more in the future. There are going to be further pandemics. We don't know when. We don't know what it will be.
With so much sickness and pandemics, and even old pandemics or old deadly diseases and infections returned, and so many disasters everywhere. I think heaven wants to get rid of all the humans. Or as many humans as possible.
Oh, God.
I think heaven doesn't want humans to live on this planet anymore.
Oh, no.
It seems like to me. It seems like it's the prediction for the end times. I do what I can, of course, but humans have to change. I keep telling that nobody listens.
Right.
Just like when you ask me, do I have any advice for the government? I told you what I want to say also, that do they even listen? Is anybody listening even?
Yes, Master.
Yeah, but since you asked, I tell you. I've been wasting my time. Oh, maybe it works some,
It's working.
Even though some already changed into a more benevolent lifestyle, like choosing vegan, to reduce karma and reduce destruction for the planet. But not enough. Everyone has to change.
Yes.
And then the table will turn immediately. Things to get better immediately, almost, few weeks.
Wow.
But nobody listens, tell you. Any more questions?
Master, you once revealed that to be a president of the United States, you need to have 530,000 zillion spiritual merit points. So, as President Joe Biden wasn't meant to be the president this time, does this mean that he might not have enough merits to stay in that office?
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
That's why Harley call him president.
I see.
Yeah. He's not supposed to be in that post. But by some means, as the negative karma of humans and Americans are too strong, it overrides it. That's why he cannot make any good decisions.
Right.
Former Bush and Obama administration Defense Secretary Robert Gates wrote in 2014 that Biden, quote, has been wrong on nearly every major foreign policy and national security issue over the past 4 decades.
Everything is opposite to what is good for the Americans.
Yes.
Yeah. Even though President Trump does not look like what people expect him to be, but he is absolutely good for the Americans.
Yes.
Just the way he promised.
Yes.
Americans first, That's what it is. He's supposed to look after the Americans at this time so that people can enjoy the benefit of their tax paying.
Yes, Master.
Not just burning overseas with ammunition and bombs,
Yes.
harming the American beautiful, young, handsome people, and harming the natives as well, wherever they are involved in conflict. It's not just Biden, you know. It's just for America that we're talking about, but quite a few leaders don't have enough merit to be there. That's why our world is a mess. Okay?
Oh, I understand.
Yes. When each leader minds their own business and helps out other countries, whatever they can, depends on their situation and merit, then the world will have peace.
Right.
But many leaders, they don't think of truly the good for the people. They just think for themselves, trying so hard to compete with the opponent and to consolidate their position and power. Thus, they have hardly time for their subjects, for their citizens. Understand what I'm saying?
Master.
That's why our world is in a mess.
Yes.
What to do? There is another solid reason why Biden behaves the way he does, and why Harris and Pelosi behave the way they do.
Oh. What is that reason, Master?
I don't know if I should tell you. Because the zealous demons are possessing them. That's why sometimes he stumbles for words. And he can't even make out what the real sense is.
I see.
Yeah, Biden, he's controlled by the zealous demons.
Right.
The people who open the third eye can see that.
Understand.
Yeah, most of the time he is possessed by zealous demons. And as I told you, zealous demons, they love to have dead cups to eat. So you see, the previous policy, he let all the Mexicans or other Central American immigrants come, without any reason, truly.
Yes.
I mean, without America, Mexicans and other Central Americans, they're still living okay.
Yes.
It's just that he's tempting them with a life of luxury and all that. But as I told you guys before, these people, if there's no desperate situation, like war and famine and all that, they should just stay where they are.
Right.
With their dignity. Money and richness are not everything.
Yes.
You don't need to go somewhere else and let people look down upon you like beggars. Diminishing your self-worth, self-esteem, and self-dignity.
Yes, Master.
But Biden, he did the opposite. He just told people, let them come in and let them go everywhere, carrying a lot of risks for the good citizens of America when they're already struggling with all kinds of violence, protests, and looting, and the pandemic.
Yes.
And it gets worse. That's not fair.
No.
He did the opposite.
Yeah.
The reason is that some more people will die.
Oh.
And the leftover zealous demons who are still hiding in humans' bodies that can feast on the dead cup.
Oh.
Because these people, they die in agony. That is exactly the energy that they need in the dead flesh that they consume. Understand me?
Yes, Master, understand.
Okay, that's right. And Afghanistan also, he dilly-dally until many people died like that. More than 100 people died, including Americans and Taliban. So all these dead people are food for the zealous demons.
Yes, Master.
And for that reason, he has an excuse to revenge. And more dead people for the zealous demons.
My brother came from his work, want to park the car in here, and their children. It was in the car.
And how many people from your family
10
died?
persons died in here. We lost 10 persons, including of my daughter. He was at 2 years old.
An attacker inspired by Islamic State has been shot dead by New Zealand police after going on a stabbing rampage at an Auckland supermarket. At least 6 people have been wounded, 3 critically.
Do you understand why he behaves the way he does?
Yes, Master.
Or he decided the way he did?
Yes.
You can see that clearly or not?
Yes, Master.
This is what I know.
Yeah.
This is what heaven told me. I confirmed with heaven. Now you know he is possessed. They use him
That explains.
So sometimes he cannot control his speech or his body. That's why he fought and he stumbled with his talk and all that stuff and decided the things that are against all logic and reason, against all fashion that other people would do if they proclaim that they love their country and their co-citizens.
Yes,
completely opposite.
Right.
So that more people would die.
Oh.
And then they kill them and they return to kill them and I kill you, you kill me. He just destroys peace.
Yeah, true.
I mean, not destroy, but damaging and kind of restarting the devil's circle, the vicious circle of vengeance.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got to tell you, the president's not ending the war. He's just changing the character of it.
A terror attack in a New Zealand supermarket by a known ISIS supporter.
It's going to get much worse. And what we have to remember is the Haqqani network, who used to run the Kabul attack network, is now in charge of security in Kabul. You compound that with the 5,000 that we made the Afghans release from prison, and then you compound that further with all the prisons being empty now of ISIS, Khorasan, and Al-Qaeda, and the Taliban. And so what we now have is a new epicenter of jihadist terrorism that is going to be a grave threat to the world.
Oh,
terrible.
It's really not good.
To be strong is not like waiting till the enemy attacks you and then you bomb them back.
No.
That's not showing your strength.
No.
Strength, wisdom, is to avoid that from happening.
Right.
So that peace can be more established and nourished.
Yes.
Yeah, so citizens of both sides or every side can have their freedom, their peace to enjoy and to build their lives for themselves, their countries, their children, and for the next generation. They should have peace to think, to relax in order to reorganize their lives
Yeah.
or build their lives, okay, in peace.
Yes.
Marvelous viewers, we appreciate your company for today's episode entitled Vengeance Never Brings Peace, Part 105 on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is God is One and Possesses True Unity from the Guide for the Perplexed by Maimonides, Vegetarian, Part 1 of 2, on Words of Wisdom right after noteworthy news. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more positive programming. May you be filled with the light of faith in God's grace.
Vegan side effect. Never felt so well before.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.